Hi guys, how you doing out there? Well, we've got it up behind the house where I build a lot of stuff because that's the only place I got a place to build stuff. Bring it here. We're gonna kind of put it together now. I cut 2/48 for here and here. I didn't cut them for the second one because I don't have enough to make them. The first thing you got to do when you're dealing with pallets like this is you got to cut the edges off. Now I marked them. You can't see them here, but you have to cut the edges off so this board here doesn't come outside of that board, or when you stand this up, it won't be flush to that. Well, it'll be flush to that, but it'll be at an angle. If you follow that. If not, I'll have to explain it later. What I thought was kind of interesting is I think that board there is cherry, and that one there is black walnut. So just kind of interesting. There's some pretty stout things, but like I said before, is this bottom piece, as this wood starts to rot from sitting on the ground, and then the next thing you know, you're losing nails. So when I make pallets now, I don't put that bottom strainer or whatever on there. So I'm going to kind of show you how I do this. Now, I have a fan that's usually going, and the radio is usually going, so it's in the mid to upper 90s, but it's not too hateful back here right now. So, as you can see here, I guess you can't see, I have a board down there, pieces of the boards that I cut off, because I don't want these boards sitting on the ground, because if they're sitting on the ground, they'll just wick water right up into them and rot out real quick. That's something I've learned. Now, what I generally do is just shoot these in with my nail gun. Oh, here it is. They don't have to be real great right now. They just have to hold up, and I might have to get a hammer out to hold them up. But usually, when they got sitting on these boards, oh lordy, they'll stay up pretty good, and they're fairly square. I don't know what happened there, but that didn't shoot that nail right at all. Well, I am right off the bat, we are screwed up. I must have I don't know, I didn't think you could do that. The point went in backwards. It must have rolled that nail in. I don't know if I can get another one in there or not. Well, I'm hoping that I can get these out. I put the rung of nails in backwards, and it was shooting the heads in and the points out. Goes to show you, I ain't a carpenter. All right, we'll get back at it. Now we might be able to get going. There, that one's in. I will set these someplace where I can later put them in a tire. And that's got a nail in it. I got to get a hammer. Old people would like this hammer. Well, it didn't go in too well. Like I said, I ain't a carpenter. That's just a 2-inch spacer. That's all that is. Boy, that pallet is hard. I'm going to come down to this end, get my spacer out, come down to this end. I guess you're watching and amazed at my funny skills. Put that out to the end, bring it up. It's fairly flat, good. Put my little goofy spacer in there. I didn't put a nail in that board, so it'll stay there. That looks fairly good. And this is kind of a crappy board. This is one of those crappy ones. But if I put the ugliness to the inside, I guess I'll switch it this way. I'll keep the ugliness to the inside, and that's all I'm doing is eyeballing this, because I don't think a 2-inch board's going to go in and it won't go in each place. So there, does that look close enough? That one didn't go in hardly at all. Shot through a. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter a whole lot. Let me come over to this side and I'll move you. Like I said, I'm no carpenter. And it doesn't matter whether they're on really straight right now or not. Don't care. It's just a wood box, guys. And it's a wood box with ugly wood. Let me spread these legs out a little bit further. Shove you down a little bit further. It won't go down. See if we can't do that again. Maybe the second row might go a little bit better than the first row. Here's the boards over here. Now, as I recall, it was best to put them in off center, but I'm just not caring. They're not shooting in very far. Where's my 2-inch spacer? Now, depending on what size pallet you're making, or wood box, you might have to have a different spacer. Here's another one, doesn't look too bad. Let me see the best one. The best one might be this one. I don't know, they're all pretty shaky at this point. They're all pretty shaky at this point. Get my 2-inch spacer. The last one is to eyeball, remember? That's actually a pretty good looking one. I should have put that one there. This one's all cracked up, but guess what? At this point, it's getting what it's got. That didn't do too bad. This one's got some of that ugliness in it. And that's close enough. All right, I gotta bang him in a little bit. I guarantee you that wood that I'm banging these into is oak. That looks, yeah. And there we go. It's all done. No, it's not done. Now, I had already cut these at 40. I'm gonna have to put you back here so you can kind of see what I'm doing now. I got buku clamps. Because I don't have a helper, it takes a lot longer. That's just the way it is. These are, I don't know what height. I have to measure it for you in a minute. Let's see, that's pretty ugly. That's pretty ugly. I'm pretty ugly. I mean, this one's just right. See, here's where I wish I had a helper. But so if you say it takes too long to make these, this might be the reason why. Daggone. Once you get them set, they're not too bad. That's fairly flush there. That needs to come in a little bit this way. It needs to go up a little bit that way. Needs to be drawn in a little bit this way. Where did my hammer go? Lucky I have 10 hammers in the back here. That looks pretty good. Now, we will, if I can find out where I put it, I have a tool. Here it is. What kind of, I hope you're still in there. Yeah, kind of. I don't know what this thing is, but everybody says you got to use them. That's for a wood box, that's within 2 inches. That's good. So now I got to put the next one up over here. I think I'm going to get it to size first. That's not too bad. Make it a little tighter. This is the best looking one of them, so we'll put that one on here. I don't know if you're in the video now. Hope you are. Oh, Lordy. Oh, crap. Oh, didn't have my hand balanced on it. That ain't too bad. Nope, not big enough. I got an array of clamps. Yeah, these take a little while to finagle when you're by yourself. Now, look at that, how square that is. It's almost close. Of course, it'll probably be off now. That ain't too bad. I could come up a hair. And we'll get that boomerang. See how close it is, so I don't have to rack it. I hope I don't have to rack it. Now, I guess if you guys want to, I know you're going to be wanting to know if it's close. If you're working on a fairly flat surface, oh, it went down in between there. Okay, that's for a wood rack. That is plenty close enough, because as you drop these and throw wood in there, they're going to get banged all over the place. Here's this one. I think I can turn you around. Maybe you can see this one. It's perfect there. It's I don't know, a little bit. I could rack it that way a little bit, but guess what? I ain't gonna do that, because I just don't, I lost my care. All right, now what's the next step? I don't remember. That still puts us at, here we're at 48 inches, okay? Here we're at 49 inches. So when that's filled up, if you put 2 rows in there, that would be 1/3 of a cord of wood. Now it's 40 inches deep. 2/16 is less than 40 inches. So I'm all right with that. Let's see, I don't remember how far I put these down. I think I put them 6 inches down. I just don't remember. But we'll start to clamp it all in place and then start putting screws in it. Now I'm not going to bring you along for all of it. Might bring you around for some of it. I just look to see if your spaces look good. You know, if I don't know what I do with that 2-inch spacer board, because that's 2 inches on the first one, but I already lost that. Oh, here it is. So if you feel like getting that critical, I think I usually do. All right, that's 2 inches, so we'll tighten that down. All right, then the next one, get a clamp, gotta get a clamp. One of these days I'll remember how to do all this stuff. There's a little clamp, just enough to hold it. Hey, this one might not make it. I cut these boards a little bit stronger than I thought they were needed to be. There. That looks good. I should probably be drilling this because this is real splitty wood. Now the center one will, I don't know if this smaller clamp will go in there or not. Nope. Remember that one there's eyeball height. That one there's just eyeball height. I guess I could, it's got to go that way a little bit. That looks perfect. All right, I am going to start putting some screws in it now. Let me give you a hint on these screws, which will probably split the heck out of them. I put washers on them. Okay, these are just 1/4-inch cheap washers that you buy at TSC, and these are longer than they need to be. These are 3.5s, I think, only because that's what I had available. I don't know what size they are, but they're long. So we're going to put some of these in, and that just, it's a lot better. It keeps the boards from splitting at the bottom. And I'll bring you over here. Maybe my screw gun will shoot some of those in. I'll probably put 3 in the front, 3 in the back, and then 2 in all the others. Just because I'm getting cheap. See how they'll do. Are you down where you can see it? Nope. It's lucky I come back and check. Getting hot without my fan on here, guys. I guess I should be kneeling on that instead of this. Let's see what we do here. That ain't going nowhere particularly. Wow. That oak is... I might have to go look for some 3s. It's going in there strong. So, this is what I'm going to do. We'll go in here. I think 2 might be enough, but I overkill everything. Alright, well that's what I do there. Now the top, I just screw in, which I don't have short enough screws. I didn't go to the screw store before I got here. It's getting hot out here. You can't see, I'm starting to drip pretty good. I have never put washers on the, I don't think I've put washers on the top. I think the washers go through the heads. These are smaller washers. Let's see what we got up here. You're on there. I'll go through this knot versus knot. That went fine. The next thing you know, you got a wood rack. Now I put one on the ends in the center. Sometimes I fill them full so many you can't see. If you just have it here, I think it could rack, but if you got cross like that, you're triangulating it, I think there's less chance of it racking. I don't know. You guys are carpenters, not me. We're going to do that again here. It's flush enough here and flush enough there. Here it's flush, there it's flush. Putting them in a little bit of an angle. I guess you can see that. That's tight. That's no good. Gotta get me one more. Got a pretty good sized box of those, so. Alright, well I got that board to, this board to screw in on both sides. Then I got another board that goes across here. I don't know the height, I gotta go measure it, because I make them all about the same height. And that's it. I'm gonna bring you back a little later, maybe in the finale, because I gotta put two pieces go on the back. I put two pieces across the back where the bobcat comes into it. Front stays open. So that's kind of making a wood box, or beginning of making the wooden box. I'll bring you back for series 2 when I'm putting the back on after I got all this other crap on. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon if you want to see the next one of these. Bye bye now.